Rochelle, I can't thank you enough. I'm so excited to hear all about Louis database and the great resources that you have. And I'm so excited to see what you have to share with us.
Okay, I'm a metadata and information services librarian with the American Printing House for the Blind, and my job is to work on the Louis database of accessible materials. And the main goal of the Louis database is to assist teachers in finding accessible materials for their students. I am excited to explain how parents can also use the Louis database as a tool to advocate for their children by finding accessible textbooks and recreational reading materials. As you may have found out, creating accessible textbooks is expensive and time consuming, which means sometimes textbooks are not ready by the start of the school year, and blind and visually impaired students are put at a disadvantage because of this. One step the federal government took to address this issue was to pass the Federal Act to promote the education of the blind in 1879. It is now known as the Federal Quota Program, and it gives states money to purchase accessible materials from APH. Not every school district or teacher is aware of these funds, though, but you can advocate for your child by making sure their teacher or TVI is aware of this program and to see if your child is eligible.
So tell us, who is that TVI and what is their role?
For those who may not know, a TVI is a teacher certified in visual impairments. The TVI's job in a regular classroom is to collaborate with the classroom teacher to prepare or obtain accessible materials for your child. A TVI is assigned based on your child's IEP, which is an individualized education plan. And an IEP is created for students who have special education needs, and it states what exactly your kind of accommodations your your child will receive from the school. For instance, Braille or large print textbooks, which leads us back to the Louis database and how you can use it to find accessible materials for your child.
What is the Louis database?
The Louis database of accessible materials provides listings for over 1 million accessible educational titles for K through 12 students. If your child needs an accessible format like Braille, large print, or audio, a search in the Louis database will show if these materials have been produced by APH or one of the 50 other agencies listing their titles, including national organizations like Bookshare and Learning Ally. You can think of Louis like the Amazon marketplace, in that if Amazon does not have it, you can order it from one of the stores listing on the marketplace. Louis works the same way. If the title is not available through APH, then one of the other 50 agencies listing on Louis may have it available, and they can be contacted directly. Although a parent cannot purchase textbooks directly from APH, Louis allows them to see what formats and where a textbook is available for your child. If you know your child needs a particular textbook, you can search for it and share the information with your child's teacher or TVI. To get familiar with Louis, I am going to share my screen with you to see how it works. Okay, so here's the home screen for Louis. To get to it, you just simply type in louis.aph.org in the search bar at the top of your browser. And I'm going to use the main search bar that says Search Louis. And you can do a basic search by typing in an ISBN, title, author, or keyword. I'm going to start off by doing a basic ISBN search. Most textbooks published in the US have a number called an ISBN that will assist you in identifying specific editions of books. For example, if your child needs the Florida edition of an Algebra 1 book.
You mentioned an ISBN number. Where would I find that on a book?
The ISBN number is usually found on the copyright page of the book. And the copyright page is located in the front of the book. It's usually like the second page of the book. You have the title page and then the copyright page. It's listed as the barcode on the back of the book. And I'm going to type in the ISBN number 978-07-685-78805. And I'm going to just simply hit enter, but you can also hit the search button if you would like. And I got 6 results from the search, meaning that there are several agencies or companies that have produced an accessible format. And now I need to figure out if one of them will work for my child. And you can see a list of filters on the left-hand side of the results page. The collection filter shows what collections can be searched, meaning the whole database of over 1 million records, or there's different subsets that you can search in. You can also search by the format and format detail, which provide information about the accessible format of the book. For example, you could choose you want Braille or large print or contracted Braille or uncontracted Braille. You will need to consult with your child's TVI to make sure these details are right for your child. There are also additional features like age, grade range, and copyright and publication date that you can further narrow your search to find even more. For instance, if I limit my results to the Louis collection, and the Braille format, that limits me to 1 result. In looking at the record, I can see that the book is available through the agencies transcribing marinas. I can also see the accessible format and the grade range for this record. But the most important part and what I want to highlight is the contact information of the agency where the textbook can be produced. If your school district or TVI needs to find an accessible version for your child, the listing agency can be contacted directly. Once you have located materials your child needs, you can use the print or email button. But first, you would want to hit the expand record button, which will give you the contact information. Then you can hit the print or email button to send it to your child's teacher, and they can order the book for you. In this way, Louis can support you as a partner and champion in your child's education.
What happens if a parent or a family needs help in finding what they're looking for?
If you need help in your search, have additional questions, or are experiencing some type of problem with the website, you just come to the top of the page and you click on the Ask a Librarian. You can scroll down and it'll give you a form where you can put your name, your email, phone number, if you have it, the ISBN, catalog number, the title, and whatever format you need. Or you can type in what exactly your question is or what type of problem the website is causing you and hit submit. If you do not want to fill out the form, if you scroll down, it'll give you our telephone number where we can be reached, or it also gives you our email address. And it also gives you the times that we are available to take phone calls, which is 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday.
I know this is just the beginning, but what a great way to help you find the materials that your child needs. Thank you.
Thank you.